You're listening to CJSF 90.1 FM online at www.cjsf.ca, broadcasting from Burnaby, British Columbia at Simon Fraser University. And this is KP Wee with a brand new show in this time slot. It's This Week in BC Minor League Sports. Now, for one thing, it's good to be back here on the air on CJSF Radio. The last time I was here was back in March when I was doing a jazz show. So it's been almost a year, and as mentioned, I'm back, but this time with a new show, a sports recap show for all you sports fans out there interested in local sports. Now, we don't do any major league sports because, of course, this is a community radio station, and also because there's plenty of minor league sports locally for you to check out, especially if you're here in the Lower Mainland. And of course, there's collegiate sports with SFU athletics. Gosh, I guess I've been away from radio for a long time now. Get stumbled upon these words. Anyway, there's collegiate sports with SFU athletics and also with UBC. What we'll be focusing on for this show, though, for the hockey season anyway, here on This Week in BC Minor League Sports, is we're going to focus on the BC Major Midget Hockey here in our province. There's a league called the British Columbia Major Midget League that consists of 11 teams, and some background information about the BC Major Midget League for those of you who are unfamiliar with it. Now, the BC Major Midget League was established in 2004, so 10 years ago, to provide elite level 15, 16, and 17-year-olds an opportunity to play hockey within their own age group at a high level. And this league, the BC Major Midget League, also helps to develop these young hockey players as they prepare for junior hockey, and beyond. And with the BC Major Midget League, there are games held every weekend, either in the Lower Mainland in Burnaby, Langley, Richmond, Coquitlam, or out of town in places like Prince George, Nanaimo, Victoria, Castlegar, Chase, and Kelowna. Last weekend, for instance, was the All-Star Showcase weekend for the BC Major Midget League, and they had the All-Star game at the at the George Preston Recreation Center in Langley. So I checked out the first couple of periods there. It's fun. It was free as well, and there were also a few regular season games played at the Langley Event Center, the Langley Sportsplex, and the Richmond Oval as well. And like I said, all of these games are free to attend, so it's good to check out this league if you don't have plans on the weekend. And it's some good, fun, entertaining, competitive hockey, for 15, 16, 17-year-olds. Now, in terms of boundaries, as I give you more information about the BC Major Midget League, the province of British Columbia is divided into what we call 11 zones that make up the 11 teams within the BC Major Midget League. For example, there's a team in the league called the Vancouver Northwest Giants, who play their home games in Burnaby at the Burnaby Winter Club. They're one of these 11 teams in the league, and players on the roster of the Vancouver Northwest Giants, they come from North Vancouver, West Vancouver, and Burnaby. So that's their designated zone. And there's another team called the Greater Vancouver Canadians, who play their home games at the Richmond Oval. And the Greater Vancouver Canadians have players from Vancouver, Richmond, and Delta. So again, players are on teams within their designated zones. And having these players, again, these are 15 to 17-year-olds. Having these players play within their own zone allows them to play competitive hockey while still living at home and attending their own high school. So, it's the best of both worlds, I guess. They get to, still live at home, attend school, and also play competitive hockey as they try to further their hockey skills and their hockey career. Again, as mentioned earlier, these hockey players in the BC Major Midget League are between 15 and 17 years of age. But if you come out and attend these games, you see it as a very competitive league. And of course, as I mentioned, they're also free to attend. Now, obviously, if you like, watching sports, if you're tired of watching, those overpaid athletes, you can, obviously check out, local sports. And again, with games that are happening every weekend for free, and most of the time they have games in the Lower Mainland. It's good to check them out, and perhaps you might be seeing a future NHL star when they're still in their teenage years. So that's something to kind of it's kind of fun to watch. And oftentimes you don't hear much, if anything, about these leagues like the BC Major Midget League. So it's nice to be able to talk about them on our sports show here on CJSF 90.1 FM. And again, as this league continues to grow in popularity each year, with more and more of the league's talented players moving on to play competitive hockey at the next level, I think we should give these guys more attention, especially on a local community station like CJSF Radio. And for myself, I try to attend games every Saturday and Sunday as much as I can. They play only on the weekend, and I see parents at the rinks, obviously, but also sometimes there's scouts as well to check out these players. And NHL players such as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Brandon Gallagher and Evander Kane, they all played in this league in their teens. So, according to my research here, there were 10 former players from the BC Major Midget League drafted in 2013 by NHL teams. So you could be watching future Major League stars if you come out and take in some of these games in this league. And going back to 2010, there were 16 former BC Major Midget League players who were drafted by NHL teams, including Brandon Gallagher. So again, one of these future stars could be playing in a BC Major Midget League rink near you. And you're seeing these future stars playing hockey when they're 15, 16, and 17 as they try to move on to junior level and beyond. So it's treat. Obviously, it's a treat to get a chance to watch them at your local rink. Now let's take a short break for some public service announcements, and then I'll go over some scores and some updates from the BC Major Midget League right here on CJSF 90.1 FM. And now it's time for some public service announcements. The Nikkei National Museum and Cultural Center helps to preserve and promote Japanese Canadian arts, history, and culture through programs and exhibits that connect generations and inspire diverse audiences. The Nikkei National Museum and Cultural Center is located at 6688 South Oaks Crescent, Burnaby, at Kingsway and Sperling Avenue. For more information, go to nikkeiplace.org. That's NIKKEI place.org. And in fact, they're having their 8th annual flea market on Saturday, February the 15th. And you can join in on the fun and find your treasure. Thousands of secondhand items are available, all for amazing bargain prices. Again, the date for that is Saturday, February the 15th, and the time would be 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is free. If you'd like more information, you can contact the Nikkei Center at 604-777-7000. That's 604-777-7000. Or you can email them at info@nikkeiplace.org. That's info@nikkeiplace.org. Now, if you're a fan of folk music, be sure to check out Melodies in Mind here on CJSF every Tuesday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. This show features conscious folk music showcasing new, established, and or underrated folk artists of the local folk scene. Host Ryan Fletcher is always on the lookout for meaningful music from able and socially inspired musicians to interview, and listen for great singers, instrumentalists, and interviews, and don't miss out the live in-studio song circle performances in the second hour. Again, that's Melodies in Mind with Ryan Fletcher every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on CJSF 90.1 FM. Now back to this week in BC Minor League Sports here on CJSF 90.1 FM. I'd like to say, first of all, congratulations to former Canadian Paralympian and BC Para-Alpine Ski Team alumni Morgan Perrin, who on January the 10th joined BC Adaptive Snow Sports as an athlete development coach. Perrin, who's from Vancouver, joins BC Adaptive Snow Sports after retiring from competition at the end of the 2012-2013 ski season. He had also participated in the 2010 Paralympic Games, so congratulations to Morgan Perrin on his new position. If you'd like more information about BC Adaptive Snow Sports, which delivers adaptive snow sports programs to introduce individuals with cognitive and or physical disabilities to the freedom and therapeutic benefits of snow sports, you can visit our website at www.bcadaptive.com. Now, as far as the BC Major Midget League scoreboard is concerned, 10 of the 11 teams were in action last weekend, with only the Caribou Cougars idle. Now, there's also the All-Star game last Friday night, January the 17th. So now let's recap some of the game action here. Let's start off first at the Langley Sportsplex, where the Okanagan Rockets took on the Fraser Valley Thunderbirds on Saturday, January the 18th. Now, I should mention the majority of these games last weekend took place in Langley because it was the All-Star Showcase weekend, and the league scheduled several contests there so that scouts and fans could take in some of these games. And going into last weekend, the Okanagan Rockets held sole possession of first place in the league with a record of 22 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie in 26 games. And think about that, just 3 losses in 26 games, and even so, Okanagan only had a 2-point lead for the first overall position. Now, meanwhile, the Fraser Valley Thunderbirds had 9 wins, 16 losses, and 3 ties, and were tied for 8th place going in. Now, the top 8 teams in the league make the playoffs after the 40-game regular season, and with 2/3 of the season already over, it was obviously a big game for both teams. Okanagan trying to remain first place, and Fraser Valley trying to hang on to the 8th and final playoff spot. Now, in the Saturday game between these two teams, it was tied 2-2 with less than 10 minutes remaining in the third period. That's when Tanner Campbell of the Rockets put Okanagan ahead with a power play goal with 9:27 left. It was Campbell's third goal of the game, and from there, Okanagan exploded for 3 more goals, including 1 more by Campbell, and went on to defeat Fraser Valley by a score of 6-2. Now, for Tanner Campbell, 4 goals in the game. The big game gave the 5'7" 145-pound forward from Kelowna 21 goals in 27 games this season. He also participated in the league's All-Star game the night before on Friday night, and I caught up with the soft-spoken Campbell after his 4-goal performance. This is KP Wee with MidgetAAA and we're here with Tanner Campbell of the Okanagan Rockets. So, great win tonight. Thoughts on the game?
I thought we came out strong. Well, I mean, we had a bit of a slow first period, which kind of contradicts that, but we stepped it up, and I thought our play progressed as the game went on.
And you're having a terrific season so far. What's been the secret to your success?
I don't know. I mean, our whole team's playing great. It's not just one guy on our team. Like our line mates are contributing to individual success, and it's a well-knit group of guys, and chemistry is starting to build up. So yeah, as a team, we're doing well individually. My season's going well so far, and I credit that to my teammates. And
also, Tyson Joss, who's also with the Okanagan Rockets, had a goal and 2 assists in Saturday's game. The 5'11", 175-pound Jost, who's also from Kelowna, is number 2 in the league's scoring race, and his 3 points on Saturday gave him 51 points in only 23 games this season. This is KP Wee with MidgetAAA and we're here with Tyson Joss of the Okanagan Rockets. So, terrific win this evening. Thoughts on the game?
I mean, it was great. We had our first period was pretty slow, but I mean, the boys battled back hard, and we had a good second and third, but we came out a little flat in the first, and we had to prevail a little bit and keep working hard, but we came out with the win, and we played good.
Now, Tyson, about your season, you have a good shot at winning the scoring race. How important is that for you?
Honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, the only thing that really matters to me is what the boys do in the end, and if we can win playoffs and hopefully get the TELUS Cup. That doesn't go through my head at all. I mean, it's not an individual sport, it's a team sport, so that's all that matters.
Now, speaking of championships, I noticed that you guys won the Kelowna International Midget Tournament. Tell us about that.
I mean, it was great. There was a few weak teams there, but we battled hard, and the finals was good. We had a great game against POE in the semifinals, and it was a great tournament. The boys came together well, and overall it was a great experience.
Awesome. So thanks so much, Tyson Joss, for the interview, and good luck the rest of the season.
Sure, thank you.
And now here's David Michaud, the manager of the Okanagan Rockets. I caught up with him during the All-Star game on Friday to talk about the Rockets' success so far this season. The Rockets, in addition to leading the BC Major Midget League going into last weekend, had during the Christmas break participated in a Max tournament in Calgary featuring the top Midget League teams across Canada. The Rockets also took part in the Kelowna International Major Midget Tournament over the Christmas break and won that tournament as well. Now here is David Michaud. This is KP Wee with MidgetAAA and we're here with David Michaud, manager of both the Okanagan Rockets as well as Team White here at the All-Star game. David, not doing so well after the first period. Team White is trailing 3-1, but congratulations on a strong season for the Rockets so far. First place in the league and also the champions of the Kelowna International Major Midget Tournament over the Christmas break. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it was exciting for us. It was a local tournament that we were able to play in 4 years ago, back in 2010, and that season we became the only local team to ever win the event. So for us it was a nice opportunity. We had a break in the schedule with a bye weekend, and we saw the opportunity to get back to that tournament, and it was good. It was nice for our group. We had some success at the Max in Calgary over Christmas, and for us to be able to build on that back home in Kelowna was fantastic.
Now, tell us a bit about both Tyson Jaws as well as Tanner Campbell. Both of these guys were all-stars of that tournament.
Yeah, Tyson's had a wonderful season for us. He's fell out of the scoring race lead in our league by a point behind Colton Kerfoot, who's having a very nice season for the Giants. But Tyson's been a real rock for us for a 15-year-old player. And Tanner Campbell, I mean, what can we say about him? I mean, he was a big part of the Tier 1 team's success in Kelowna last year, and we knew we were getting a pretty special player this year. So, you know what, he got off to a little bit of what I'd say would be a slow start for Tanner Campbell, but as soon as things started clicking for him, he's been rolling, and he was fantastic in that Kelowna event. He was probably our most dangerous forward.
So that was David Michaud, the manager of the Okanagan Rockets. And during the clip, we're talking about the BC Major Midget League All-Star Game on Friday the 17th. A total of 42 players from the 11 teams were selected for that game, and they were split into two teams of 21 players, Team White versus Team Blue. And Michaud was also the manager of Team White, who lost to Team Blue by a score of 8-6. Then on Sunday, the Rockets and Thunderbirds faced off again, and this time at the Langley Event Center. It was a 2-2 tie in the second period before Justin Barman gave the Thunderbirds the lead for good with his 9th goal of the season. The Thunderbirds went on to win 4-3, and goalie Josh Metzik made 37 saves for Fraser Valley. For Metzik, the 6-foot, 180-pound goaltender from Chilliwack, it was his 8th win of the year versus 8 losses. And for the Okanagan Rockets, just their 4th loss of the season after 28 games. And now here's an interview with Josh Metzik, the goaltender of the Thunderbirds after Sunday's game. Congratulations, Josh, on the victory over the first-place Okanagan Rockets. Tell us about your game today.
Yeah, we played a good solid game, 60 minutes. Yesterday we had a little bit of trouble with a full game. We kind of lost in the last 10 minutes. We just had some breakdowns, but today we played a full 60 minutes, and everyone played great in front of me.
And you finished with 37 saves, so obviously a great game for you, so congratulations. Thanks. And now tell us a bit about yourself, Josh. Where did you play last year?
I played here, same team last year with the Thunderbirds, and we're doing a little bit better this year, getting a few more wins, so that's good.
Yeah, you're in the playoff spot right now, so that's great. And for next season, just looking ahead, have you been drafted, Josh, or what are your plans for next year?
No, not drafted. Just going to hope to play Junior A or just try and make it to the next level.
Now, Josh, tell us a bit about your off-ice training regimen. What do you do to stay in good shape?
A lot of cardio. I like to just a lot of lower body to get the legs, a lot of core. Work on a farm too. It's hard work, so always gives me a good workout. Perfect. And finally, Josh would like to say hi to anyone out there. Yeah, my parents and sister, my girlfriend.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Josh Metzik, for the interview, and once again, congratulations on the win over the first place Okanagan Rockets. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And with Okanagan splitting its 2 games in the weekend, that opened the door for second-place Vancouver Northwest Giants to take advantage and try and move into a first-place tie atop the BC Major Midget League standings. Now, going into last weekend, the Vancouver Northwest Giants had a record of 21 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie in 26 games, 2 points back of Okanagan for first place. Now, the Giants took on the North Island Silvertips, who entered last weekend in 6th place with a record of 10 wins, 13 losses, and 5 ties. In the Saturday game at the Langley Event Center, Justin Sweeto scored 2 goals for the Giants, and Vancouver Northwest defeated the Silvertips by a score of 4-1. Colton Kerfoot, the league's leading scorer had a goal and 2 assists. The 5'11", 175-pound Kerfoot, who is from West Vancouver, now has 52 points in only 27 games. And I mentioned that Justin Suido had 2 goals, and that gives the 5'9", 165-pound forward from Burnaby 20 goals in 27 games this season. On Sunday, the same 2 teams, the Vancouver Northwest Giants and the North Island Silvertips, faced off again, this time at the Langley Sportsplex, and the Giants were victorious once again, winning 7-2. In the Sunday game, Dante Fabro, the high-scoring defenseman for the Giants, had a goal and 3 assists, and 7 different Giants players had goals in the victory. Now, Silvertips coach Jason Dubana spoke with me following Sunday's game. This is KP Wee with MidgetAAACanada.com, and we're here with Jason Dubana, head coach of the North Island Silvertips. Tough weekend this weekend because you got swept by the Giants. Thoughts on your team's play today?
Today they came out hard. I think in the first period, obviously, going up twice in the game, we had some good energy. I think overall the guys, I think played hard. In the second period, seemed to get in penalty trouble, and that's, they got 2 goals in the power play that from there it makes it tough to get back into the game. But we kept trying to get back and go at it, but just couldn't by the third get any close the gap. We couldn't close the gap, and they kept separating from us.
And next weekend, you guys have another tough test with the Rockets in town. So what can you do to be successful against Okanagan?
Well, it ain't just the same. On our 5-on-5 shifts and even our power play, we're capitalizing on that this weekend. We have to do the same next weekend. We really have to focus on making sure we're playing above the puck and just do a good job of trying to keep ourselves out of the penalty box and focus on getting shots to net and trying to create some traffic.
And finally, Coach, thoughts on this weekend, because it's the All-Star festivity weekend with the All-Star game on Friday, and also most of the teams playing here in Langley on Saturday, Sunday. So thoughts on this whole weekend?
No, I think it's been good. It's great that the league is able to get everyone out together and have the showcases like this where the scouts can come and watch a bunch of the teams all play, watch a lot of our kids out there competing, and it's great for the league to get promoted that way, and it's also good for the kids to all be together and try to obviously get to watch other teams' games and stuff. So.
And thanks for the interview, Coach Dubana. Good luck next weekend against Okanagan.
Awesome, thank you.
And with the Giants winning twice last weekend, they now have 23 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie in 28 games. They now tie for first place with the Okanagan Rockets, and both teams, the Giants and the Rockets, have the same record through 28 games this year. For the North Island Silvertips, we just heard from their head coach Jason Dubana. They now fall to 10, 15, and 5. Through 30 games, North Island has 25 points and remains in 6th place in the BC Major Midget League standings. Now let's take a short break for a public service announcement, and then we'll be back for some more scores and updates from the BC Major Midget League right here on CJSF 90.1 FM. On March the 8th, 2014, Young Women in Business Simon Fraser University will be hosting a conference for the SFU community and the high school and post-secondary students of Greater Vancouver at Century Plaza Hotel in celebration of International Women's Day. Featuring inspirational guest speakers, a well-rounded panel, and an engaging expo, the conference is dedicated to encourage professional and personal growth. With a theme this year as defining success, their goal is to engage the female community in the discussion of the various definitions of success, empowering each other to pursue their true passions. Details of the event, that's again March the 8th, 2014, at the Centra Plaza Hotel at 1015 Barrage Street in Vancouver, BC. Time would be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The price is $25 if you're an early bird, $30 of regular. Tickets go on sale in the first week of February, and if you'd like more information, you can go to www.ywib.ca/SFU/ That's www.ywib.ca/SFU/. You can also get the latest updates regarding guest speakers, exhibitors, and other exciting new perks that they'll be prepared to present if you go onto their website. Now back to the back to this week in BC minor league sports, I should say. And more scores from last weekend in the BC Major Midget League. The South Island Royals and the Greater Vancouver Canadians faced off at the Langley Event Centre on Saturday, and then at the Richmond Oval on Sunday. Now, the Greater Vancouver Canadians won 5-3 on Saturday, and then the South Island Royals came back to gain a 3-3 tie with the Canadians on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Kootenay Ice and the Valley West Hawks played twice at the Langley Event Centre last weekend. The Valley West Hawks, who are third in the league, won both games by scores of 8-1 on Saturday and 6-0 on Sunday. The Thompson Blazers took on the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs at the Planet Ice Rink in Coquitlam on Saturday, and then at the Langley Event Centre on Sunday. The two teams split the pair of games, with the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs winning 3-0 on Saturday and the Thompson Blazers prevailing 4-3 on Sunday. Now, for this weekend, January the 25th and the 26th, there are games happening in Richmond, Prince George, Victoria, Nanaimo, Burnaby, Langley, and Coquitlam. Now, first on Saturday the 25th, the Greater Vancouver Canadians and the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs play at the Richmond Oval at 4:45 p.m. The Caribou Cougars, who were off last weekend, will take on the Thompson Blazers at the CN Centre in Prince George at 4:15. The South Island Royals and the Kootenay Ice will do battle at the Save on Foods Memorial Centre in Victoria at 4:30 p.m. The North Island Silvertips take on the Okanagan Rockets at 5:15 at Nanaimo Ice Centre No. 1 in Nanaimo. And finally, the Vancouver Northwest Giants take on the Valley West Hawks at 7:45 p.m. at the Burnaby Winter Club right here in Burnaby at 4990 Canada Way. And that's a battle between two of the top three teams in the league. The Fraser Valley Thunderbirds are off this weekend. Then on Sunday, January the 26th, again, there will be two games right here in the Lower Mainland. At 11:45 a.m., the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs take on the Greater Vancouver Canadians at the Planet Ice Rink in Coquitlam. At 3:30 p.m., the Valley West Hawks and the Vancouver Northwest Giants, resume their rivalry at the Langley Event Centre. As for the other games outside of the Lower Mainland, South Island and Kootenay face off at the Save on Foods Memorial Centre in Victoria at 9 a.m. The Caribou Cougars and the Thompson Blazers will play at the CN Centre in Prince George at 10 a.m. And finally, it's the North Island Silvertips taking on the Okanagan Rockets at Nanaimo Ice Centre No. 1 at 10:30 a.m. Now, standings, the Okanagan Rockets and the Vancouver Northwest Giants are tied for first place. Both teams have 23 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie for 47 points. Valley West is in third place with a record of 19 wins, 10 losses, 1 tie for 39 points. And next, the Greater Vancouver Canadians and the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs both have 34 points and are tied for fourth place. The Canadians are 16, 12, and 2, while the Chiefs are 15, 11, and 4. Now, for the rest of the standings, you can check that out on the BC Major Midget League website, and that is at www.bcmml.net. That's www.bcmml.net. And just going to wrap up this show. You've been listening to This Week in BC Minor League Sports here on CJSF 90.1 FM, where we're focusing on the BC Major Midget League. And it's a league that provides elite level 15, 16, and 17-year-olds an opportunity to play within their own age group. Now, for more information about the BC Major Midget League or for schedules and standings, please visit the league website at www.bcmml.net. So that's going to do it for this week's show. In the meantime, get out to your local rink and enjoy some good competitive hockey. We'll talk to you again next time.